Hello, I'm Emma Real-Davies, a QVC garden expert, and this is my Garden Escape Diaries. I'm currently stood in my grandparents' garden, which is a very, very special place for me, especially because earlier this year, I got married here. It was the most fantastic day, but if you saw the first part of my Garden Escape Diaries, you will know how much hard work we had to do to get the garden how it is today. After years of deliberating where to get married, we finally decided that it could only be here in this very, very special garden that belonged to my grandparents. And obviously, as I'm sure you know, weddings are very expensive, so it did help that it was free. Because we were trying to keep the costs down, we literally did everything ourselves. It was a very DIY wedding. We made all of the signage. I even made every single person a pottery place card with their name stamped onto it. And all of the bunting you see behind me, we made as well. And there was meters and meters of it. I decided to sow a wildflower meadow under the apple trees in a specific part of the garden. My grandma did it when she was still alive, and I really wanted to continue her legacy, but it was so much work. I had to hire a turf cutter, cut off all the layers of turf, lift them off, and then sow so many wildflower seeds, but I really pulled it off, and on the day it looked absolutely beautiful. As if all of that wasn't already enough to do, I also decided to try and grow as many of my own wedding flowers as possible. So I planted up loads and loads of big pots to have down the aisles with wildflowers, perennials, annuals that I'd grown from seed. I also planted up my grandpa's raised planter full of cut flowers that I then cut and put into jam jars on the tables for the wedding breakfast. We were faced with so many huge challenges getting the garden ready for our wedding. The biggest one, of course, was the weather, because the whole of the wedding was outside. So we were so worried we were going to have a horrible day, but fortunately, the weather was absolutely fantastic. The other biggest challenge was getting the woodland area at the back level. It was so stressful because, as you'll remember from part 1 of my Garden Escape Diaries, there were tree stumps, there were trip hazards, there were holly bushes everywhere. So we had to make sure that the area was entirely level for a marquee that our wedding guests were going to have their lunch in. Another challenge that we were faced with was the wildlife. Now, guys, you know how much I love wildlife, the bees, the butterflies, the pollinators, but in this garden we get a really big problem with deer. And sadly, one evening, deer got into the garden and they absolutely decimated my roses, literally ate all of the flowers, and I was so upset. But fortunately, it was like an early summer prune, so they timed it perfectly so that they bloomed on the wedding day. Phew. We decided to get married under an apple tree that is very, very special to us because my grandparents planted a rose up it years ago that they bought for 10p from Woolworths. The rose is called American Pillar. It's this beautiful, bright pink, wild-looking rose, and it bloomed so beautifully on our wedding day. We really wanted to get the tree house that my grandpa built for myself and my sister restored, but unfortunately we just ran out of time. There was so much to do. I did manage to give it a really quick spruce up. I pruned the jasmine that was growing up it so that it looked a little less wild. I gave it a little bit of a clean down, and on the day it looked really lovely, and we even had some photos in it. The whole process of getting the garden ready for the wedding took around 18 months. It was a long time, and we all worked really, really hard. It was a huge team effort. My family got involved, my husband's family got involved. We were very fortunate that my father-in-law happens to own a plant hire company, so we managed to borrow a load of diggers from him so that we could get the woodland area level ready for the marquee. It really did take a long time, but you know what? It was all worth it. Honestly, I have so many favourite moments of the day. I don't think I can just choose one. Having everyone we loved in one place felt really, really special. But if I had to pick one favourite moment, I would have to say it was our first dance. We picked a little bit of a curveball of a song, Praise You by Fatboy Slim. It was very fun, very festival vibes, very uplifting. But what happened was the phone that was connected to the speaker started ringing halfway through our first dance. But fortunately, because all of our guests knew the song, they all started singing along, and it was just such a lovely moment. If you're planning your own restoration project, maybe an event, maybe you want to do up your garden, I would 100% say go for it. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of hard work. Blood, sweat and tears went into making this garden as perfect as it could be for our wedding day. But it was a really, really lovely feeling, having so many people we love get involved, a real team effort, and it was so worth it in the end. Discover more with My Garden Escape at QVCUK.com.